Hi, this is Nick Watkins speaking with Shadia Bseiso, the latest signing for WWE, and not only the latest signing, the only Arab woman to ever be signed by the WWE. Shadia, thank you for joining us. I guess my first question would be, how have things changed for you since getting that contract signed?
I'm honored to be the first Arab woman to sign with WWE. The moment my signing was announced, my life has completely changed. I remember the day, October 14th, 2017. I did my first round of press for WWE, and I had no idea how the news is going to be received. The moment my signing got announced, it made headlines around the world, and the support was very positive. Everybody wanted to know who was the first Arab woman to sign with WWE and why, and what my background is, and what I looked like, and what I had to say. And ever since then, people have been very interested to be part of this journey. Whenever someone finds out that I am the first Arab woman to sign with WWE, immediately they want to take a photo with me and ask me all about it. And I really appreciate all the support. It just gets me fired up to really achieve all my goals in the WWE and make the Middle East proud.
So, what work have you been doing so far, and how's your training with the WWE been going?
January 16th, 2018, I started training at the WWE Performance Center, which is based in Orlando, Florida. At the moment, all of my work with the WWE consists of training or working on a live event as part of the team, not as an athlete, until I get more experience in the ring and start competing as an athlete in the ring. We're extremely busy as WWE recruits. Our week consists of strength and conditioning training, of course, ring sessions, extra ring sessions, and then 3 live events per week with the NXT team, which I hope to be part of as soon as I get more experience in the ring. And as an NXT superstar, you're on the road 3 times a week, right after training, 12 hours door to door. So it's extremely hectic, but it prepares you for life as hopefully a WWE superstar one day. They're extremely busy, and although we get to do shows just in Florida, they do shows all around the world. My schedule right now really requires you to be organized, mentally tough, and just ready for anything. And I feel like all these skills will come in handy, hopefully, one day as a WWE superstar.
Have you set yourself any goals, and what are your sort of aspirations in the WWE? Are you hoping for a sort of a long career, or is this just sort of something that might lead to something else, or where do you see yourself going?
I want to get so good in the ring and really make the Middle East proud, not just as the first Arab woman to sign, but to be remembered as one of the best to come out of the region. I also want to be the first Arab female to become an NXT champion. NXT is the coolest brand in sports entertainment. I'm very proud to be part of this team right now at the Performance Center. My goal is to get on the main roster and make a great impact as either part of the SmackDown team or Raw team and become WWE Women's Champ. I want to take part in the Women's Royal Rumble, Women's Hell in a Cell, you name it. I want it all. And one day when I get so good, I can't wait to have a very special WrestleMania moment. For me, it's all or nothing. If I'm here, I moved to Florida from Dubai, away from my family in Jordan and my life and my work in the Middle East. I want it all. I always shoot for the stars, and I'm never disappointed because I give it everything I've got. I like to live my life with no regrets. I can't be all the way out here and not give it 100%. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make all my goals and all my dreams come true.
You mentioned your WrestleMania moment there, which WWE superstars sort of strive for these days. And WrestleMania 35 is just around the corner. So have you imagined what it's going to be like, or have you sort of pictured what your ideal WrestleMania moment might be?
Perfect WrestleMania moment would be on the biggest stage there is at WrestleMania one day as a mixed gender tag team with Nasser Al Ruwayah, who's the first Kuwaiti to sign and really my best friend over here. So teaming up with him and winning would be absolutely fantastic. And I think the dream WrestleMania moment would be for all of this to happen somewhere around the Middle East. Imagine one day WrestleMania to take place in a city like Dubai, which is such an international city and a perfect backdrop for an event like WrestleMania. And for it to be headlined by WWE Arab superstars like myself, Nasser, the first Kuwaiti to sign, and Mohammed Al Fahim, the first Egyptian to sign. That would be absolutely fantastic.
That would be amazing, and perhaps not as far off as we might think, as last year we saw the first women's match held in Abu Dhabi when Alexa Bliss took on Sasha Banks. How big of a moment do you think that was, not just for the WWE, but for the region as a whole?
Like, it was an incredible moment, not just for the region, but for me personally. It was the first women's match in WWE that I see live in person. Right after I got signed, I was looking at it for the first time in a very different light. This is what it's going to look like one day, hopefully when I become a WWE superstar and come back to wrestle in Abu Dhabi. The moment was electric. The crowd was chanting something I've never heard in any other WWE show. They were chanting, "This is hope." And that moment was very, very special. I think the impact of this women's match on the region is very big. It shows girls all around the Middle East that you can do anything and you have the same opportunities as the men. After I got signed, I feel like now young girls in the Middle East know that there is a path. Young girls and guys in the Middle East now know that there's a path to becoming a WWE superstar. This particular show in Abu Dhabi, WWE Live in Abu Dhabi, December 7th and 8th of 2017, I made my debut in the ring as WWE talent, and so did Nasser Al Ruwayah, the first Kuwaiti to sign with WWE. We both got to be in the ring and speak in Arabic with all the WWE universe in Abu Dhabi. I can't wait to go back there and compete one day as a WWE superstar.
What advice would you give to any young girls in particular in the Middle East who, might one day want a career in the WWE?
They have tryouts and there's demand for talent from the region. The Middle East is a growing market for WWE. There's a lot of opportunity, not just for WWE superstars. I feel like there's opportunity for referees, for commentators, for presenters, you name it. WWE is a TV company, and there are many roles. And if there's demand like there is in the Middle East, I feel like more talent from the region can fill a lot of roles, not just becoming a WWE superstar, but being part of such a great sports entertainment company. Imagine one day having the first Arab referee to sign with WWE and the first Arab commentators to sign with WWE or TV presenters. There's nothing more fun than sports entertainment with such a big global brand like WWE. I can't wait to see more great talent from the region get involved.
Not to mention, the WWE also signed a hugely significant deal recently in Saudi Arabia. What does that tell you about the growth and the attitude to sports entertainment in this sort of region?
Shows that there's great demand for WWE products and WWE live events in the Middle East. And just imagine the greatest Royal Rumble of all time, 50 WWE superstars competing in the King Abdullah Sports City in Jeddah, April 27. Superstars including John Cena, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, The New Day, Triple H, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, you name it. It's going to be a very exciting event, and it's part of a 10-year partnership. So that's great news for talent from the region that are interested in working with WWE and becoming WWE superstars. I see a lot of tryouts happening in the next 10 years and talent coming straight from the region into the WWE Performance Center. And I hope I get to be part of that and to work with them in the future.
And what about you personally? Do you feel sort of added responsibility being, representing the whole of the Middle East, basically?
In the beginning, I was just a girl that decided to take part in the WWE tryout after I got invited. I did well and I got signed and I decided to move to Florida to start training. But all of this changed as soon as I started doing press. After I got signed, I realized that a lot of people want to be part of this journey, and this means a lot to so many people, guys and girls from the Middle East, from all walks of life, really. I was amazed at the amount of support and messages that kept coming in until now. How many people are following this journey and want to see me do well. It gives me a lot of motivation. And I feel like one day when I step into a WWE ring, that I won't just be representing myself, I'm going to be representing the Middle East, and I hope to represent the best way I can.
And who has been most helpful in your development so far, would you say?
My coaches in the WWE Performance Center always make me feel like they want me to win. That means a lot to me. They never say it outright, but I feel like they want me to win. I feel like they know that I give it everything, whether I, for example, get the move that we're working on that day or not, or I do it 20 times until I get it. I always feel like they want me to win. And also, I've been getting a lot of support from Nasser Al-Rayah. We both started together, got signed together, and now we're in class together and we're each other's support system. So that has been a very big gift. I feel like you need to have a very strong foundation and be very mentally tough to go on this journey and do well. And I feel like I have everything it takes. And whatever I don't have, I'm willing to work on and put 150% to reach my goals and become a WWE superstar.
What advice would you give to someone who's looking to achieve their dreams, whether that's WWE or, anything really? What would you say to someone?
The best way to achieve your dream is to set a crazy goal and just be relentless in going after it. And of course, after you set that goal, immediately you have to set mini goals and milestones that realistically help you in achieving this goal. For example, I want to be a WWE superstar. And for that to happen, I have to be a good athlete. I have to be good on camera, and I have to be presentable. And of course, I need to know how to wrestle. So it's all of these things that I need to work on in the hopes of becoming a big WWE superstar one day. I know this probably oversimplifies things, but I feel like that's the best way to start. What's that crazy goal, and what does it take to get there?
How much of your success would you say is down to belief in yourself and believing that you could achieve what you set out to?
You have to believe in yourself to be able to go after something and go after any goal. You need to believe that you can actually do it. Although sometimes things get tough and you might doubt yourself, but if you don't really believe that you can do this or be that thing, I feel like it will be incredibly difficult, not impossible, but it would be incredibly difficult to achieve. I'm still a work in progress, so I'm still learning, but I've learned some tricks along the way. To stay focused on your goals, you have to really want to achieve the thing that you're working towards, because the bigger it is, the more sacrifice you'll have to make. For example, for me, I get very little time off. I'm very far away from my family. And now, with the time difference, we barely get to keep in touch. All I know is that I have their unconditional love and their support, and that helps me stay focused. I also surround myself with a very positive circle. I keep my circle very small, but very positive, because I need that. I need that support to move forward. I also try to learn about the things that enable me to perform better, whether it's as an athlete or on camera. What are the things that make me feel more comfortable? For example, as an athlete, I need to make sure that I get enough sleep. And on camera, I feel like I have more confidence once I'm absolutely sure that I look the way that I want to look. So I make sure that I have these things down. And when I do well, I feel like I get more inspired and continue to be motivated, and therefore stay focused on my goals. It's really like a circle, but I feel like the most important thing is to really want what you're working towards and be willing to sacrifice things for it, because you can't have it all. And stay positive and keep your circle positive. Thank you again for this opportunity. And thanks again.